I saw that need and tried to reach out to existing transport companies to fill the gap, but they were not forthcoming. And so I decided to go into it myself. That is the main essence of this company, to connect Taraba State to other parts of the country, especially Abuja and Yola, comfortably for executive travelers.
We offer executive services to both individuals and group of people. The kind of services we render depends on the needs in which our customers wishes for us to offer. Either wedding, conferences, ambulance services, or car hire services, we ensure that we give you the very best of service.
We offer shuttle services. We started with Jalingo Yola. And right now, as I'm talking to you, we are already looking out for a terminal in Abuja, because Abuja route is actually the ultimate. That was
Welcome to the broadcast of News Hour on Som TV, the pulse of the nation. You can follow us on Facebook at Som TV and on YouTube at Som TV Live. Now the major headlines. Gombe State is on the verge of a major industrial breakthrough as the electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park nears completion. Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani, the representative for Ajingi, Albasu, and Gaya Federal Constituency in Kano State, has distributed food items worth 470 million naira to the constituents as Ramadan palliatives. Emiratus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onyekan, has urged Nigerian political leaders to exercise power responsibly, warning against abuses and disregard the welfare of citizens. I am Esther Oka-Steven with the news in full. Gombe State is on the verge of a major industrial breakthrough as the electricity substation at the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park nears completion. The project, a key initiative of Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya, aims to provide stable power for industries and boost economic growth. Som TV correspondent files in the report.
At the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park in Dadinkowa, Gombe, is nearly completion. The installation of 132 kV bay extension, gantry towers, beams, and other critical components has been successfully completed. According to Ismaila Ubamisli, Director General Press Affairs at Government House Gombe, who posted on his Facebook account, the remaining interconnection works will soon be finalized. He described the project as a significant milestone in the industrial park development. Misli stated that Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahya established the Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park to drive economic growth, attract investment, and create job opportunities. He said the governor made it a priority to ensure a stable and independent power supply, addressing one of the biggest challenges to industrial growth in Nigeria. With reliable electricity, the park aims to boost productivity and support industries such as manufacturing and agro-processing, positioning Gombe State as a competitive destination for investors. The Muhammadu Buhari Industrial Park is expected to create thousands of jobs and further boost Gombe State's status as a key industrial hub in the northeastern states. From Gombe, Kamal Hamajo, Som TV News.
Wilfred Chikpa Anagbe of the Catholic Diocese of Makurdi for spreading alleged falsehood about Islamization and Christian persecution in Nigeria. The separate statement, SCSN Secretary General Dr. Nafiu Baba Ahmed and MPAC Executive Chairman Daisu Kamal called on the federal government to investigate and prosecute the bishop for claims made before the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee. Dr. Baba Mohammed describes Anagbe's statement as misleading and deceive, urging that insecurity in Nigeria is driven by insurgency, banditry, and ethnic conflicts affecting both Christians and Muslims. He urged Christian leaders to reject inflammatory rhetoric and promote peace. Kamal also dismissed the bishop's claim, questioning the logic of suggesting that a 2% majority could threaten a 98% Christians majority state like Benue. Both groups reiterated their commitment to countering misinformation and fostering national unity. The Taraba State House of Assembly has approved an executive request to assess the sum of 350 billion naira bonds from United Capital and Invest House. The followed an executive communication sent to the House by Governor Abu Kefers. Some TV correspondent Faith Apollos files in the report.
To the House, the Governor, Dr. Abu Kefers, explained that the funds is meant for developmental projects as contained in the approved 2025 budget to fund critical areas such as health, biotechnology, waste management, tourism and energy, among others. He said this would enhance his administration's philosophy on fiscal accountability, transparency, value for resources and open governance. According to him, it is in line with the Council's approval that the state will assess 350 billion naira bonds from the issuing houses in the capital market, which will be released in tranches of 20 billion naira over the period of 5 to 7 years. In a debate on the executive request, the members representing Karim 1, Mike Diogen, and that of Takum 1, Abubakar Tanko Yusuf, both show support for the subject matter, outlining its importance to the growth and development of the state.
Honourable members, I remain Honourable Dr. Mike Diogen, member representing Karim 1 constituency. Mr. Speaker, the idea of this bill before us or later before us is very paramount to Taraba State in general and to Karim Lamido in particular. I stand here to argue that it is very, very necessary for us to consider this request to enable those of us that are in overseas, especially Karim Lamido, that has no access to any of the facilities mentioned in the letter, particularly road construction. You are aware, Mr. Speaker, that Karim Lamido was created in 1976, and up to now, there is no access road to Karim Lamido. So this is the only last opportunity that for us in Karim Lamido have. If this one passes us, we don't know when it will come. I have the belief that on several occasions that His Excellency promised that Karim Lamido will be considered in this budget for the road construction. And it is my opinion that this will be done, and other facilities that we lack. So also other local governments that do not have. I think of the 16 local government, very few local.
Also contributing, the member representing Banga constituency, Abel Peter Dia, also concurred with his colleagues, adding that there should be an amendment to that document to include the needs for electrifying the central zone of the state, which has been a major need of the zone.
I represent Mbanga State Constituency. Mr. Speaker, while I adopt the position of the two gentlemen as my own position, I will go further to say that, one, Mr. Speaker, the question, the man asking for this loan, can he be trusted? Yes. Has he demonstrated in the past that he's a gentleman who can keep to his word? Yes. So this bond, as far as we are concerned, Mr. Speaker, is timely and is for the betterment of Taraba State. Mr. Speaker, if you look at our budget 2025, there are very important aspects that were not captured in the budget. And now that we have opportunity, we have an approval before us, it will not be out of place if we smuggle in things that we feel are very important for the development of Taraba State. And it is important that, Mr. Speaker, I move to make amendment in his request to also include the electrification or the connection of the entire central zone. That is Bali, Sardauna, Gashaka, and Kurmi, Gasol to national grid. And this should be included as part of his request. It's an amendment I am making to his request, Mr. Speaker, because it is only the central zone in Taraba State that we are not.
Following the debate, the House collectively approved the request, including the amendment, after which the Speaker, John Kizito Benzema, directed the Clerk of the House, Salmona Emosani, to communicate the Governor the decision of the House.
One to only rely on what is coming from the Federation account. I'm sorry, you will not do anything. Just like the members that contributed says, there is high inflation. What you can do in 5 years back with 1 billion, you cannot do it today, even with 5 billion. So it is necessary as a governor who cares for his people to look outside the box and find other means so that he can work for his people. Taraba State is not the only state. Adamawa State is not the only state. So many states governors are also going in for funds. Why not Taraba? And thank you most sincerely for this. And Majority Leader, you can now move the motion for adoption. So that this amendment should be obeyed. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. Ayes have it. Now the resolution you are going to write to the executive. Ensure that you include the submission. Thank you.
In another development, the Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025 has scaled through first reading on the floor of the State House of Assembly. The bill, which aims at facilitating the provision of houses and other buildings of the public and the provision of greater access to affordable housing facilities in the state, was read for the first time by the clerk, Mrs. Salmona Emosani.
The Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025, first reading.
The Taraba State Housing Corporation Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Thank you.
The Speaker, John Kizito Benzema, then referred the bill to the Rules and Business Committee for further legislative actions.
Dr. Gali Mustafa Tijani, the representative for Ajingi, Albasu, and Gaya Federal Constituency in Kano State, has distributed food items worth 470 million to its constituents as Ramadan palliatives. The initiative aims to alleviate economic hardship caused by inflation and rising living costs. The relief effort included 4 trucks of rice, 4 trucks of maize flour, and 2 trucks of spaghetti. benefiting residents across the 3 local government areas. Additionally, 30 million naira in grants was provided to support entrepreneurship. Dr. Tijani, who also chaired the House Committee on Ethics and Privilege, emphasized that the initiative reflects its commitment to community welfare. He outlined plans for further constituency development, including youth empowerment and infrastructure projects as part of its 2025 agenda. Community leaders praised the initiative and intervention, acknowledging its role in improving livelihoods and reinforcing public service commitment. Emeritus Catholic Archbishop of Abuja, John Cardinal Onyeka, has urged Nigerian political leaders to exercise power responsibly, warning against abuses and disregard the welfare of citizens. Speaking at the 17th St. Patrick Ado Delta Catholic Community Feast Day in Abuja, he reminded officials that power is held in trust for God and that they will be held accountably. Onyeka cautioned that regardless of how leaders attain office, whether through coups, election rigging, or court ruling, they must give account for it. He criticized the tendency of some politicians to justify wrongdoing during court judgment, emphasizing that divine justice remains infallible. He also condemned efforts to silence citizens aimed at economic hardship, stating that people have the right to voice their suffering. Drawing from biblical history, he linked Nigeria's situation to that of the Israelites and Egypt, warning that oppression does not last forever and divine intervention is inevitable. The cleric urged prayers for leaders while reminding them that governance is a responsibility, not an entitlement. The event was attended by dignitaries including Senator Victor Ume and the Dean of Agbo, Benjamin Ikechukwu. Governor Abu Kefas of Taraba State have reaffirmed his commitment to the supporting of judiciary in dispensing its policies for the progress of Taraba State. This commitment was emphasized during his visit to the Taraba State High Court of Justice in Jalingo, where he pledged to strengthen the relationship between the executive and the judiciary. Lilian Yakubu files in the report.
Dr. Abu Kefas has pledged to remodel the State High Court complex to provide a conducive environment for judicial officers to discharge their duties. The governor made the pledge on Monday when he embarked on a walking visit to the Taraba State High Court of Justice and the House of Assembly complex in Jalingo. During the walking visit on Monday, the governor's first point of call was the High Court complex Jalingo, where he addressed judicial officers and said his visit was a follow-up to the workshop recently held and cemented the relationship between executives and the judicial arms of government, as well as ensure checks and balances to operate through democracy and ensure good governance. Governor Abu Kefas said the recent workshop set a clear agenda for good governance and that all arms of government have to collaborate to make the state a better place.
I think I don't regret coming here because my eyes have opened to so many things. What I've seen here, especially the condition of the High Court complex, is unacceptable. So, to do everything possible to remodel and renovate this place. Also, I'm aware that some judges are not feeling too well, and I've spoken to the Chief Judge that there will be need so that we will stay alive to work for the good people of Taraba State. Other issues that we raised will be looked into with time, because we can't solve all the problems in one day. We'll take it gradually and as we have resources. My Lord, other judges that are here that we have, and also I'm here to cement the relationship. Not every time you come to, because the three arms of government must work together. Everybody having a responsibility so that there will be checks and balance, and at the end of the day, we will be operating through democracy. The relationship between us is very, very necessary and important for the spirit of good governance and democratic values. My Lord, you will agree with me that the recently concluded workshop set a clear agenda for good governance and adherence to democratic values.
The state. He urged the judicial officers to ensure the dispensation of justice, accountability, and sound governance, even as he reaffirmed his administration's commitment to a better Taraba State. Taraba State Chief Judge, Justice Philippus Joel Agia, acknowledged the governor's continuous support, noting that the judiciary has received over 100% increase in the running costs under Governor Abu Kefa's administration.
By ensuring fair dispute resolution, upholding rights, and bringing culprits to justice, the judiciary contributes to citizen trust and social peace. To be able to perform its functions, the judiciary must be independent of the other branches of government. Citizens from the excesses of some overzealous government officials. Your Excellency has, however, on the assumption of duty in May 2023, raised the running costs of the judiciary by more than 100%. The road network within the High Court premises has been asphalted. We have installed solar lights within the premises. Those who would like to come in here in the night will testify to this. In the Okara Judicial Division, we completed the renovation of the residence of the High Court Judge. We have also installed solar lights within the High Court premises.
The governor solicited the collaboration of the legislative arm of government, especially to draft developmental policies. He urged the legislature to carry out their oversight functions in tandem with the executive arm. The Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, retired Honorable John Kizito Banzena, said the visit demonstrates his love for the legislative arms of government. He said Dr. Abu Kefas was the first governor to pay a walking visit to the Assembly and assured him of the partnership of the legislators to achieve his developmental objectives. He appreciated the governor for remodeling the housing complex, releasing funds for training members, and supporting them to be with their people and carry out some projects. The governor was accompanied on the visit by top government functionaries.
Minerals Development Dr. Adeleke Dele has reaffirmed the government's commitment to eradicating wide. Speaking at a press conference marking a one-year anniversary of the corps, Alake highlighted its significant impact in curbing unauthorized mining activities and restoring investors' confidence. He disclosed that the marshal have conducted enforcement operations in 10 states and the Federal Capital Territory, leading to 327 arrests, 143 prosecutions, and the recovery of 98 mining sites. Despite logistical challenges, he assured that increased banditry allocations in 2025 would enhance the Corps' operational capacity. The recent approval of 2.5 billion naira for satellite surveillance will further bolster security in the sector. Aleke commended the mining marshal's leadership and reiterated the government's resolve to eliminate illegal mining and enhance revenue generation from the sector. Police in Adamawa State have launched an investigation into the killing of a 35-year-old POS operator, Abbas Yuguda, who was mobbed in Mayo Belwa local government area, according to Adamawa Police Command spokesperson, SP Suleiman Ungroje. A suspected identified as Umar SNU has been arrested. He was rescued by officers after being attacked by an angry mob for his alleged involvement in an incident. Yuguda was reportedly ambushed by a group wielding weapons on March 22nd while heading home from work. Police operatives rushed him to the hospital, Mayo Belwa, where he was later confirmed dead. The arrested suspect is currently receiving medical attention and assisting in the investigation. The United Methodist Church Nigeria UMCN has installed Bishop Ande Irayan Emmanuel as its new leader during a ceremony at the UMCN annual conference in Nagatava. Theme: Behold, I am doing a new thing. The conference gathered clergy and faithful from Nigerians and Cameroon to witness this historic transition. Some TV correspondent Lilian Yakubu files in the report.
UMCN has installed Bishop Ande Irayan Emmanuel as its new leader during a ceremony at the UMCN annual conference in Nagatava. Team, behold, I'm doing a new thing. The conference gathered clergy and faithful from Nigeria and Cameroon to witness this historical transition. In his inaugural address, Bishop Emmanuel called for unity and unwavering faith. He urged members to uphold Christian values.
Members of United Methodist Church are peace-loving people. Over the years, leadership challenges have been so reason why things have not been going the way it should in this church. But now we are witnessing transformation. We are seeing change, and we're seeing people coming together. For our members, and the message public is the prayer of Jesus Christ that they may be one. So unity in the body of Jesus Christ, unity in the United Methodist Church, peace in the United Methodist Church, peace among Christians is the cardinal point of this.
The event also featured the audition of 65 new ministers, including 7 deacons and 58 elders. Addressing the newly ordained, Bishop Emmanuel charged them to spread the gospel with integrity. Guest speaker Dr. Philip Micah Dogba, Dean of the UMC Southern Conference, challenged pastors to be exemplary. The conference concluded the adoption of 25 resolutions reinforcing the church's stance on moral and doctrinal issues under Bishop Emmanuel's leadership. UMCN embarks on a renowned mission of faith and growth. From Taraba State, Teresa Ayuba reporting for Som TV.
Sorry for the technical glitch. Governor Abu Kefas has reiterated his commitment to fostering a strong and cooperative relationship between the executive and legislative aim of government. This was emphasized during his follow-up visit to the Taraba State House of Assembly, where he expressed gratitude to lawmakers for their active participation in the recently concluded workshop for government officials. Some TV correspondent Teresa Yakubu files in the report.
Reaffirmed his commitment to strengthening ties between the executive and legislative arms of government. During a follow-up visit to the Taraba State House of Assembly, he expressed appreciation for lawmakers' active participation in the recent concluded government workshop.
Kebbi State Governor Dr. Nasir Idris has urged residents to remain calm following a cerebrospinal meningitis outbreak that claimed the lives of 6 students in Kebbi State University Science and Technology, Aliero. The university public relations officer, Mustafa Ango, confirmed the death and conveyed the Vice-Chancellor condolences to the affected families. He stated that the university swiftly responded by forming a specialized committee reporting the outbreak to state health authorities and collaborating with organizations like WHO and UNICEF. Despite the outbreak, the university chose not to shut down to prevent panic, particularly among non-indigenous students. The state government has assured the public that the situation is under control, with Governor Idris directing the Ministry of Health to take immediate action. The Osun State government has dismissed claims of a disruption in local government services, assuring that education and health care remain unaffected. In a statement by Governor Ademola Adeleke spokespersons, Olawale Rashid, the administration describes the allegations as misinformation from the opposition, reaffirming that school and health centers continue to operate efficiently. The government highlighted its progress in digitizing of administrative services, noting that application for state of origin and local government identification have been available online since 2023. It urged the public to disregard false claims and reiterated Adeleke's commitment to good governance. Nigeria travel content creator Alma Asiniobi has completed a Guinness World Record attempt to travel across all 7 continents, finishing in 71 hours instead of 60. Asenebo, 26, faced a setback when she was denied entering into Australia due to visa issues after traveling for over 56 hours. She had successfully crossed 6 continents before being placed on standby for clearance to Perth. A journey dumped Alma-chasing continent aimed to raise awareness about passport mobility challenges for Africa. Despite the delay, she concluded the trip as a youngest and only black solo traveler to attempt this record using a Nigerian passport. Residents of Iyan Ekiti in Ifelodun, Irapodun local government area is celebrating President Bola Tinubu's approval of a Federal University of Technology and Environmental Sciences in their community. Governor Biodun Oyebinji and other dignitaries visited the Oluyin and Iyin Ekiti Oba Adeola Ajekiye to mark the milestone. Senate leader Okpeyomi Bamidele, who championed the initiative, highlighted its role in driving technological and environmental advancement. Education Minister Dr. Tunji Alausa and Governor Oyebenji emphasized its impact on innovation, job creation, and infrastructure. Community leader praised the development, noting efforts since 2021 to secure the institution. The university is expected to boost commerce employment and Iyin Ekiti's status as an educational hub. The National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, has rescued 7 suspected victims of human trafficking from a popular hotel in Zamaru, Abuja, near the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport. The victim allegedly being prepared for exploitation in Baghdad, Iraq, were misled with promises of caregiving jobs. Acting on intelligence, NAPTIP arrested the hotel manager and intensified efforts to track down the traffickers. The agency revealed that 6 victims were recruited from Lagos and 1 from Delta. The Director General Binta Adamu Bello condemned service providers aiding trafficking and vowed strict enforcement of the law against offenders. NAPTIP has intercepted over 60 suspected trafficking victims in recent months at the Abuja airport, preventing their transfer to high-risk destinations in the Middle East. Firefighters in Kwara State rescued a nursing mother and her 1-year-old child from a fire outbreak at Owolowo Tanke, Ilorin South local government area. The inferior, which occurred at number 8 at Jegbade Street, was reportedly caused by a power surge. The Kwara State Fire Service received an emergency alert at 1:45 p.m. on Thursday and responded swiftly, preventing further damage. The fire affected a 2-flat residential building, damaging only the sitting room of a 2-bedroom flat. According to statements by the fire service media officer Hassan Adekunle, a resident, Mr. Owolabi, noticed the fire and alerted neighbors, enabling the mother and child to escape unharmed. The fire destroyed furniture, electronics, and decorations in the affected rooms. Kwara State Fire Service Director Prince Folade John emphasized with the victim and emphasized the need for fire safety precaution in homes and commercial spaces. He also commended residents for their swift response and urged the public to warn and remain vigilant in emergencies. Governor Hope Uzodinma has presented staff of office to 66 newly recognized traditional rulers in Imo State, warning that their recognition will be withdrawn if they fail to effectively manage their communities. During the ceremony at the Sam Mbakwe Executive Council Chamber in Owerri, Uzodinma reminded the monarch of their duties and foster peace and security, urging them to collaborate with the government rather than compete with local government authorities. He cautioned against forced declaration and warned that rules who fail to reside in their communities or engage in alliance with non-state actors will face consequences. The governor emphasized their role in mobilizing youth to protect their communities and stressed the importance of honesty and justice in maintaining peace. Speaking on behalf of the newly recognized ruler, Her Royal Highness Eze Professor Peter Nnobo of Umuzala Umuame in Oru East local government area expressed gratitude and pledged their loyalty to the state government. The event was attended by government officials, ranking monarch, and other dignitaries. Yobe State has been recognized as the top performer in the 2024 Subnational Audit SAE Index, reaffirming its commitment to fiscal discipline and transparency in governance. The report, compiled by the Paradigm Leaders Support Initiative (PLSI), placed Yobe ahead of Ekiti and Adamawa State, which ranked second and third respectively. The SAE Index assesses accountability in public fund management across Nigeria's 36 states. Yobe's consistent top ranking underscores its prudent financial management despite limited allocation and revenue generation. The assessment criteria included audit legal framework, publication of annual audit reports, and civil society participation. At the report launch in Abuja PLSI, Director Olusegun Elmo emphasized the need for sustained transparency in financial management, noting concerns over declining fiscal accountability following the end of the World Bank Assisted State Fiscal Transparency, Accountability and Sustainability SFTAS program. Governor Mai Mala Buni administration has been credited with fostering an independent audit system, ensuring government institutions operate without interference. The State Auditor General Alhaji Mai Aliyu Umar attributed the success to the governor's commitment to transparency. The report also highlighted gaps in financial autonomy for State Auditor General and the lack of standard performance audit reports across most states. Experts have called for stronger collaboration between government entities and legislative bodies to improve governance. With back-to-back recognition for accountability, Yobe State serves as a model for other states striving to enhance financial discipline and transparency. The Social Democratic Party (SDP) has disowned 30,000 membership cards and register allegedly being flaunted by a People's Democratic Party (PDP) aspirants in the 2023 Ogun State governorship election. Ogun SDP chairman Yinka Ola Williams clarified the party's stance during a visit by 2023 presidential candidate Adewale Adebayo to party members in the state. He emphasized that while the SDP welcomes new members, all entrants must adhere to the party's constitution and due processes. Ola Williams dismissed claim that contested membership materials originated from the party's national secretary, warning against attempts to hijack the party's structure. He reiterated the SDP's commitment to improving governance, tackling poverty, and enhancing healthcare and education in Nigeria. The Kogi state government has pledged to collaborate with security agencies to investigate the recent jailbreak at the Federal Correctional Center in Katon Cafe, where 12 inmates escaped. One escaped has been recaptured and is assisting law enforcement to vital information. Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Kingsley Femi Fanwo, described the incident as unfortunate and stressed the need for a thorough probes, raising concerns over possible internal sabotage. He questioned how inmates could have escaped through the tower without structural damage, emphasizing the urgency of apprehending the remaining fugitives. Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo has directed the state security advisor to coordinate with correctional authorities and security agencies to prevent future breaches. The government also reaffirmed its commitment to supporting federal security agencies with logistics and resources to enhance their effectiveness. Fanwo commended the swift response of security forces and urged residents to report suspicious individuals. He warned that anyone found harboring escapes would face legal consequences. Authorities have assured the public that the situation is under control, urging citizens to remain calm as efforts and recapture the remaining inmates intensify. Former Jigawa State Governor and PDP chieftain Alhaji Suleim Lamido has urged ex-party leaders who defeated to other political groups to return to the PDP to strengthen the party ahead of the 2027 election. Speaking to Jigawa PDP members in Bamina, Lamido emphasized that defeating President Bola Tinubu requires unity rather than emotion or anger. He called on former Governor Nasir El-Rufai, Peter Obi, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, and others to rejoin the PDP, stressing that the party remains the foundation of Nigeria's democratic leadership since 1999. Lamido highlighted the worsening socio-economic condition under the current administration and urged opposition figures to set aside personal grievances for the collective goals of reclaiming power. He commended PDP members for the resilience and dedication to national interest. Suspected herdsmen attack Hukhon community in Usan West, Edo State, killing one person and injuring several others. The assault occurred early Saturday as farmers were heading to their fields. Eyewitnesses reported that the attackers attempted to kidnap some residents but were met with resistance. While some farmers managed to escape, Others were caught off guard, and one identified as Mr. Daniel was fatally shot. Community members lamented the reoccurring violence, recalling a similar attack in February 2025 when a farmer, Malam Bello of Baden, was kidnapped and left for dead after suffering severe machete wound. The Onojin of Uken, Zaki Thomas, has called on Governor Monday Okpebolo, the State Police Commissioner, and other security agencies to intervene urgently. Meanwhile, the Edo State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Moses Yamu, stated he was yet to receive a briefing on the incident, but promised to investigate. With the Anambra governorship election set for November 8, 2025, the People's Democratic Party appears to be struggling, while the All Progressive Congress APC and the All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA strengthened their strategies. Once the dominant forces in the state, the PDP now faces dwindling influence, unlike the 2021 when it fielded multiple aspirants. The party has only registered a little-known candidate, Honorable Jude Ezenwafo, whom insiders describe as a protege. The party's state secretariat in Awka is reportedly inactive, with its office abandoned. In contrast, the APC has attracted several political heavyweights, including Sir Paul Chukwuma, Professor Obiara Okonkwo, and Mr. Valentine Ozigbo, who have picked up mounting forms. PDP State Chairman Chief Chidi Chidebe insisted efforts are ongoing to revive the party, citing outreach to aggrieved members and the establishment of standing committees. However, many believe the party has lost its political grip, with some young people mocking its struggles by designing satirical campaign posters. Meanwhile, internal division persists within the PDP, with a recent Supreme Court ruling on the party's national secretary position adding to the turmoil. Governor Alex Uti has agreed to revisit the Constitution's pension deals that required Abia retirees to fortify 20 billion to the 30 billion naira arrears owned by the previous administration.